This video will contain some amounts of spoilers for Stalker 2, obviously, because I basically can't talk about this game without mentioning some of the things. So I just finished Stalker 2, and the first ick that I had with this game is that there's no free roam, and I had to just like reload my save. Right now we're going to Iron Forest. I don't know if I can access it through this gate, but I have everything unlocked besides these 3 spots. So yeah, I finished the game and I had the Stalkers ending, and honestly I think it's kind of underwhelming. Maybe I'm just too stupid to understand anything that was going on the screen. Maybe that's just my fault. Yeah, looks like I can't access it, so no Iron Forest for me, I guess. In all honesty, I know guys, you're gonna hate me, but I don't think this game is actually a good contender for the game of the year. Aside from like performance issues and frame rate and basically crashing every time. Oh, and if you play on PC and the game is crashing for you, just go with like the this upscaler rather than the OSS. It fixed the issue for me, so maybe it will actually fix the issue for you too. But yeah, the frame rate drops are actually atrocious. In larger locations, the frames just drop to 8 or 6, and literally I have to pause the game and sometimes I even quit to make the frame rate go back up. But when the frames drop to 8 or 6 during like the final boss fight, I literally really, there's like a limit to which you can actually tolerate all the bugs and glitches and frame drops. Sometimes they are funny, I'm not denying that. Yeah, like that, where you just enter a building and AI just doesn't react at all until like suddenly surrounded by fucking 300 guys. And by the end of the game, you are literally fighting off like 100 monolith soldiers with like exoskeletons. Pro tip, you can actually just use Rhino, it literally just one-shots everyone. And by the end of the game, you basically unlock all the best stuff, like Saiga with like 26 capacity magazine, then like Gauss rifle, but you can just use it for literally just 10 minutes before the game ends. And honestly, I've been hyped up while playing this game and to play this game, but right now after I finished, I just feel kinda empty. And not that like good emptiness after like finishing Dark Souls or something, it's like underwhelming. But if you're like Stalker fan, just get this game on discount, especially since like the discount's gonna be in like a couple of months, so they pretty much gonna fix the game by that time, so you're basically gonna buy the better product for less price. And don't get me wrong, it's really good game, but I just think I didn't enjoy it as much as I should. And again, maybe that's my fault, not the game's. And a lot of you guys were actually complaining or like comparing this game to Far Cry. And yeah, in terms of bugs and optimization, it's like basically Far Cry game. I can honestly agree, but what I can also say is that if it's like compared to Far Cry, it's one of the best Far Crys in years right now. Although it doesn't say much, because since Far Cry 3 or maybe even 4, the series was basically stale. But you can compare this to series because like Stalker has more content to offer in terms of like raw gameplay, and the game is also beautiful, like you just can't deny it. Although for some reason sometimes it basically looks like older Stalker games. And I'm just gonna break the game for you, flashlight doesn't cast shadows just like in Dying Light 2, which is also the reason people are complaining about how flashlight just downgrades the graphics, because it just doesn't cast any shadows. But probably even if it did, it would look like older Stalker games. I think that the engine is just fucked up, and sometimes I just have to like press escape so my HUD actually shows. It just disappears for no fucking reason. As of right now, the game is like a broken mess. Not entirely, because it is playable and you can actually finish the game, although sometimes people were actually complaining about how endgame is broken to the point where they basically can't finish the game. For me, everything went fine, like the side quests were okay, like everything just went smooth. I didn't experience any like big game breaking glitches or something. The worst part is the aiming. I don't know what's going on with the aiming in this game, but it, oh my god, but it doesn't feel right. It's like sluggish and like you're aiming on gamepad but with mouse. It's been the issue for like my entire playthrough, and at some point I really got like so mad at it that I went and made literally any fix possible to make it work, and it still doesn't. So as I said previously, just buy the game on discount in a couple of months when the game is basically fixed. But still, even with fixes and all, it's kind of underwhelming experience. I mean, local games are basically, at least for me, not like the story-based games. But here, when you have like choices and like consequences or something, it's like they should go with a little more bang. And I don't know what happened in my story. Maybe like the choices actually do matter, but I didn't meet this guy that was dancing, and this like guy in a black suit just didn't appear, and there was like Stalker just saying his lines for some reason. So I don't know, maybe they just wanted to like mask something or whatever. But maybe literally just choices actually do have some consequences in this game. I mean, there are like certain paths you can take, and like certain choices actually will change something. But I don't know, maybe like going with Stalker's ending just makes the game like go faster or something, and you basically skip like half of the game. But yeah, the best thing the game does is basically just walking around the zone, like through this forest. Like the vibe is great. Although, as a lot of you noticed before, like A-Life is absent, and they even like deleted the feature from the Steam store, so maybe A-Life was a lie actually. But I don't know, like going from zone to zone, it's like peaceful, like really nothing happens. Sometimes you get this like patrols of like random dudes or something, but that's once in a lifetime. So yeah, just to like wrap these things up, like my final thoughts is that Stalker 2 is actually like 7.5, maybe 8 out of 10 game. As of right now, it's basically like an underwhelming buggy mess. So just wait till the game is on discount. But I personally think it's still better than Wukong or like Elden Ring. Yeah guys, here's your like short Stalker 2 review, and literally just play the game. See for yourself whether you actually agree with my opinion or just dislike it, and see you guys in the next video.